Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Stainless Steel, the Portuguese campaign. In the last session it was slow and steady. Slow and steady indeed, because we are in a situation, we are a fledgling kingdom. We don't have the military forces or the capabilities to produce military forces quick enough to replenish should things go wrong, and therefore even so King Henriques is eager. He's not foolish, and therefore we are just overseeing the expansion of our current lands to enable us to be in a position to strike out at the Moors when the time is right, and the time just isn't quite right yet. We also secured marriage alliance with Leon and brokered an alliance diplomatically with Aragon, because their assistance may be useful if the Moors decide to turn on us. So before we press on with today's session proper, a couple of things that I've picked up from the comments and your ideas and suggestions, and I've put those into action already. First of all, Lisbon. We are recruiting a ship, a cog, because we're going to send our diplomat far and wide. We have access to a port, we have access to sea trade, and therefore we need trade partners. So the cog will be recruited, and then we'll sail around here, pick up the diplomat up here, and then send him across the Mediterranean to places like Italy and beyond to see who's out there and if they want to trade with us. Meanwhile, we have another diplomat here, Sancha de Portugal, our youngest daughter, who we were going to marry off to Aragon, but seeing as we already have an alliance with Aragon and our relations with him are perfect, we might as well use her diplomatically instead. She lacks the charm of her older sister, but, well, she just has to work a little bit harder on fluttering her eyelashes, doesn't she? She's off to France for the time being. She will head across to Northern Europe and up and beyond there, whilst that other diplomat, as I said, goes across the Mediterranean. So we're going to go sort of into two directions, securing diplomatic agreements wherever possible. The king has ventured forth out of his fortification. He's not one to sit on his laurels for too long, always looking for things to do. He headed south and erected a watchtower to keep an eye on the Moors in the south. And then went back inside. Bit of a trip, back inside, and now waiting patiently for reinforcements to arrive. And that was pretty much it. The spy, Lopo Perez, he's done a lap and he's managed to stumble across the Moors' other settlement in the area. That is Granada, a castle. So we have sight now, or have had sight of all of the Moors' provinces. We can see Silvers with the watchtower. It's lightly defended, and it's a nice town on the coast with potential. We have Seville. In the last session they captured that recently with a rather large force which has disappeared into the ether somewhere. But they have a further unit producing capability now, which is a little bit worrying. They have their capital here, Cordoba, which is growing, and this is where most of their forces, I think, are gathered. We just stumbled across Granada, wooden castle, lightly defended, and we walked past Murcia in the last session, and that was lightly defended also. They have, well, there is an independent wooden castle here, Valencia, which hasn't been captured yet by anybody. Right for the picking, and we could really do without the Moors taking that. So we're hoping that Aragon pull their finger out, perhaps, or even Leon. We are a little bit hamstrung in relation to what we can do. There was some suggestion that we should take our forces and maybe go across to Britain and maybe look at capturing some settlements in Ireland, but that is really not going to happen anytime soon. Our forces have to remain here for defensive purposes, if anything. So yes, that's the music now, just calms us down. And breathe. Okay, it is so tempting to strike out at the Moors. We could, with King Henrique, take that and that relatively quickly, but that would leave us open to a counterattack. Oh, he's eager. He's eager and I'm eager to get this show on the road, but we really don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot here and strike prematurely. We have to figure out where their army are, where their army is, their large force, in case it counters. Lopo Perez is vital in that. He's going to have to be our eyes and ears when we launch any form of strike against the Moors. But it is so tempting, seeing their castles, their cities so lightly defended. It is really... it's like they're baiting us. And I'd rather strike the first blow than wait for them to attack us first. So we'll just have to see what happens in the next couple of years. Will King Henrique be able to sit still in his fort for much longer? He's not getting any younger. He's 41. His son is not having any children, which is not a good thing. Okay. And one final thing, sorry. Porto, Prince Afonso was constructing land clearance. He's concerned about his people not having ready source of food available. His father got wind of that and promptly sent a messenger to command him to forget land clearance and focus on military producing buildings. So we cancelled that off and now have started the construction of a bowyer. His father was absolutely mortified. Forget about food, you numpty. Give me my troops, he's saying. Alright, so we're going to end the turn and see what delights wait for us today. And here come the Moorish with their imams. Really doing a number on the populace, eh? That's going to be another factor we have to take into consideration if we do take... Oh, what are you bleating on about? Always on my damn back. I'm the new kingdom here. I'm trying to get things in order. Build a small church in Lisbon, otherwise your reputation will suffer. Go away. Goodness gracious. I'm very busy here, trying to create a troop force for a start.
Command me.
Right, so we could do with another couple of archers and then some horses and then some more foot soldiers. This is a relative... I mean, the troop quality is poor, obviously. So we're going to have to rely on strength in number.
Name the field of battle. We will meet you there.
Alright, so we have our cog. We have some more javelin men. We have built the mines in Lisbon, which allow us some extra coin, which is always nice. And King Henrique is now absent-minded, hardly paying any attention to his country and people. Is that because he's never in Lisbon? Is it because he seems to be wandering around the land aimlessly? He knows what he's doing. Or does he? Absent-minded. That's not good, is it? The cog is ready.
Yes, my lord.
So we shall sail forth to meet up with our diplomat.
Yes, my lord.
And then start to
We shall continue
consider
tomorrow, my lord.
what trade deals we're going to get. Okay, so I think you can actually just walk across this little narrow strait. So we have to worry about the Moors down here as well. The Moors in Africa, not just here. But the amount of land they've got, it's a very scary proposition taking them on. It really is. But it has to be done at some point. Ah, he's still loyal enough. He's our son, for God's sake. Leader pays no attention. Oh, I know what happened here. I know what happened here. When King Henrique gave the order to cancel the land clearance and start constructing further buildings, the leader's paying no attention to the plight of his people. The people in the castle. That's what's happened there. I'm telling you. It's really riled him up. Anyway, we apparently... There we go.
Your Majesty.
Can he get in there? He's blocking the path round. This is really irksome. Trouble is, we don't have the capabilities to reinforce, to replenish if we lose men against this.
We will see you dead, heathen.
But he is eager.
Yes?
He is eager, spoiling for a fight. You know what? He's gonna do it.
Lord.
He can't have this happening
Command
here.
me.
He can't have this. His irksome, bloody people. Get out of it!
As you will, my lord. We march to battle.
Wow. 8-to-3 army strength ratio? Captain Jose. Spear militia, desert archers, spear militia, and grenadine, Jeanettes. Well, we should win this, but it shouldn't be. It should be fairly straightforward. I'm kind of tempted just to auto-resolve it, just because. People back. I want to see a battle. You should have fought that battle. You could have lost. I know, but I mean, it's just a few poxy rebels. It's hardly worth it. Ooh! Oh my God, he is severely wounded. Well, there you go. I told you so. I feel is coming on now. Told you should have listened, shouldn't you? Right. In the meantime, I think we're going to have to replenish these numbers here. This is not good. Let's have a look at how we're going to do this.
Orders.
Oh, we can't replenish the archers because we don't have the building just yet.
Command me.
Right. I don't want to. Right. So him.
Your Majesty.
Him.
Command me.
And him.
Yes.
Are going to have to replenish now.
Move out.
The king is crippled. Very good. That went very well. Can't replenish these just yet. Oh, in fact, that's completely wrong. It's here we can retrain the spear militia. Alright, fine. That did not go very well. Lesson learned. Next time that happens, we should probably fight it ourselves. Righty-ho. Moving north.
Am I after a suitor or a simple agreement?
Keep going, dear.
How could they refuse me?
I think what we'll do with him is we'll take him on a wander, and the boats will catch up with him rather than just stand there and do nothing.
On my way.
If we stumble across any
Naturally, my lord.
people on the way, that would be very useful, would it not?
Very good, my lord.
Aragonese merchant.
On my way.
Okay, so
Here I shall stop.
just kind of meander your way through, round towards Italy, and the boats will catch up with you in due course.
Yes.
Alright, let's have a look. Lopo Perez having a mooch.
Investigate.
Having a wee mooch.
Without a trace.
Okay, so we can see
Today, my lord.
quite a lot of the force of the Moors, and it's nothing massively frightening at the moment. I'm kind of aware. I mean, their troops are definitely better than ours. These desert archers certainly are pretty useful. Spear militia with some experience. The king is severely wounded after a botched, bungled battle number 2. It's the second battle he's screwed up. Can tell a tale. He's going to have to tell a tale because he can't tell the damn truth, can he? Alright.
Orders.
So 2 turns to wait for the bowyer to be built. So all in all, it's still a waiting game, isn't it? Still a waiting game. Nothing else we can do but just wait. Let's get the spear militia trained up, get some more javelinmen, get some archers, and I think we'll have to do without the horses. Although we've lost horses now. I'm sure this was a full unit, and now we've lost horses, which is flipping marvellous. That was a big mistake. Should have fought that fight. Anyhow, there was some suggestion made about making Lisbon our capital, and I was all up for that until I saw that it's going to cost us 5,000. 5,000 florins to do that. Can we afford to throw money away at this moment in time? What benefits does having this as our capital give us, logistically? I mean, ultimately it would be nice to have this as our capital eventually, it's the real life capital of Portugal, and it's better to have your a city as your capital, I suppose, technically speaking. But what benefits does it confer? It's not massively far away from our current capital. 5,000 coins just thrown away at this early stage seems a lot. So unless somebody can convince me otherwise, we're going to just stay as we are for now. It's a lot of money. A lot of cash. Right, the Pope has spoken. He wants a small church. He shall have his flipping small church. It shuts him up. So a small church being built in Lisbon. Oporto's building the Boya. The king is licking his wounds. The troops are being retrained. The diplomacy is ongoing. We shall continue on. The king is getting frustrated. I'm thinking that when his archers come down, along with the further foot troops that we have, I'm thinking he may do something rash. Oh, God help us all if he does. Yeah, I was halfway through a conversation at one point. I think I was explaining the fact that obviously religion is a big problem. If we start taking these lands as well, the Moors hold, there's a lot of Islam of the populace. Large percentage of them are followers of Islam. The King of Spain is dead. Who the hell is the King of Spain? Who's the King of Spain? There's no Spanish faction. It's Leon, Aragon and Portugal. Who is this king that they spout nonsense about? I do not have the clue. So we've retrained our javelin men. A little bit in the red militarily. Naturally, we lost some troops against some poxy rebels.
Full sail.
It was a sad day, it must be said. Who is this? This is a princess of the French variety. Old Daimyo Pave, licking his chops.
Yes, my lord.
How may Madame help you?
Oh, Madame, such charm you have. We want trade rights. And maybe you can give us map information, and we will give you our map information. Why not? Balanced proposition, you say? I say, let us get it on.
No, there is nothing attracting us to agree.
Oh, come on, dear. You drive a hard bargain, but you... such a beauty that I can barely say no. But I will, for the sake of making sure that my king thinks I'm doing a good job, just lower the payment perhaps to 800 coin. I mean, come on, let's be reasonable about it. What say you, dear?
Oui.
Ah, lovely. And why not shall we retire to a very nice location for a drink or two? Who said this diplomacy was hard work?
Adieu, noble seigneur.
Marvellous. And then he's on his way. Satisfied. Marseille. It is neutral. Nothing will come with speaking with such rebel scum.
Very good, my lord. On my way.
Very nice music as
Yes.
well. Very nice.
Yes,
30, he's four finance. Trading only 30 florins per turn due to the fact that he's trading... Woo! Let's move down here.
Yes, moving.
Ooh.
Yes, there's money in this, my lord.
Ooh. Shall we try it?
Yeah. That give you his
Oh, damn.
closing their trade permanently.
No.
Trade established, good master.
Oh. And once again, my prowess with merchants
Yes, my lord.
comes to the fore. Ah, yeah, pain beyond pain. A Moorish merchant is in town. We are trading with them after all. Right, we can retrain, lovely, we can retrain. We can rebuild them faster, stronger for 1 million florins. Let's carry on. We can't recruit anybody new though. It's a damn pain in the backside. Right, so one more turn for the Boya, that's fine. Lisbon, can you recruit any more? Yes, you can. And another ship. Oh, another merchant? No, I'm done with merchants. I'm deterred. 550. There's some gold down here, isn't there? Is there gold down here? Yeah, there's gold. Do you know what? I'm going to try and see if we can get him on the gold. I doubt it. I think the Moors will have it. But we're going to try. We're going to try put him on the gold. Small church is on the way. Yeah, everything is working. We can have another. We can build another ship, but there's nobody to put on the ship. There's nobody to put on it, really.
Yes?
Might be quicker to ferry her around by ship, but let's have a look. We're going to go up towards British lands, English lands, whatever you want to call them.
Very well. No further today, my lord.
Then we'll go across to Holy Roman and Danish lands with her. Norway. Oh, she's having a grand old time. She's probably going to end up in a nunnery. She's not as charming as her sister after all. Or maybe we'll marry off to some Norwegian. Great big hulking Norwegian man. She'll love it. Right.
Someone to see?
Someone to see? There's many people to see, my friend. Many people. Lots of people to see. Right, okay. Yep. Let's keep moving forward. This poor king. I mean, he's created this kingdom. He's got us Lisbon. That's maybe going to be his only legacy. Unless, of course, he does something foolish, which I'm telling you could happen. That's right. Go away. Thank you. Bye. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They have a cheek to send an imam into our lands? That's cause for war, if you ask me. I was quite content, says King Henrique, to sit here and just be neighbours, but you have really done a foul deed. Sending imams into our lands, I mean, goodness grip. Where's our cardinal? Oh, I thought he was dead. He's in Estradamura, so we're going to have to move our... Yeah, we're going to have to move him down to Estradamura. This is a religion, a fight of religious proportions, an epic religious standoff. Okay, so Scotland are now at war with England, and Egypt are at war with the Crusader states, so that could well be the first sign of any war here, really. Yeah, they're the only two factions, well, the only four factions at war now. It's been a very peaceful start to this campaign. People all lovey-dovey. It's all love, love not war, and all that kind of jazz. Oh, a mission success. Oh, what do I get? A sweet big fat FA. His good grace, his good, yeah, his good favour. What do you do? I can really spend your good favour, Popey, can't I? Another merchant, right. We're going to go hot-footing it down to the gold.
This is as far as I may go today.
Salvador
Ready to
Teles.
trade.
Good with money, but are you good against other merchants? It shall soon find out. Rather joyful music.
I am but Allah's servant.
Yes, march!
March!
Your Majesty. Yes!
Right, we can retrain the archers and we can recruit more things. And a little bit low to create priests unnecessarily, just because of the fact that if they turn to heretics, they are very difficult to get rid of. So unless we really have an urgent need for priests, I'm really not going to go on a priest spamming type affair like we did in the original campaign. Anyway, that aside.
Yes! Your Majesty.
These will be retrained next turn. That will give us 2 archers, one half-depleted set of horses. We can recruit Jeanettes when we build these stables. 3 turns. 3 turns. What do we do? Right, what we're going to build here is the next question. Yeah, you don't have a lot of money to spend, but we got enough. We've got 20k, baby. Communal farming. A brothel will give us access to another spy. But I think of food. I think if we get some food in here, the food can be shipped up to Oporto, appease my son who's been moaning about land clearance for so long, has even lost a bit of faith with me. You know, giveth with one hand and take away with another and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll increase the farming here and we'll have carts shipped up with food for Oporto. How's that for a trade-off? Yes? Works for me. Right, this force is looking pretty good now. Relatively speaking. Do I want to engage? Do I want to trigger holy hell to break loose here? Do I want to do this now? One misstep, as I said at the start of the session, and it's adios. We can't recruit quick enough to replenish lost troops. We have no access to mercenaries. But then the longer we wait, the more that they will build up their forces, and because they have more land than us, they will grow more exponentially than we will. Oh, I don't. We've pulled our diplomat away from Leon and Aragon, which is, if we're gonna want to wage war.
Hello, Your Highness. Happily married.
We're going to ask them to join the war, and therefore we need to be close to them. So we're going to pull Sancho back. This is very haphazard, isn't it? You're thinking, what the hell is he doing? Genoese!
Is there something I can
trade.
Do for you, noble?
Just trade. I'm not bothered about map information. You're too far away to concern myself with. Just give us trade.
We accept this proposal.
Barely accepted, like I held a gun to his head or something.
Naturally, my lord.
Right. Who are you? Venetians. Yes, we'll go to you next. It's all looking rather promising now. Lots, not quite enough trade, but the king's eagerness is beginning to shine through. He's made a choice. He's not getting any younger. He's now what, 44? His son is losing faith. He's talking about food like it's going out of damn fashion. The Moors, they dare to send an imam into our lands. That was the final straw for King Henrique. This was the final straw. This is all the evidence we need that we did not start this whole affair. You brought it on yourself! Yes, you did. If we capture Seville, which currently is lightly defended, that will allow us to have another set of unit producing capabilities. It will take a while for us to be able to produce troops here because it's of course you need to take over the place and all that kind of jazz. And it's 31% Catholic, but it is a castle, so public order shouldn't be massive. Shouldn't be as big as a problem as in a city. We'd have to wait a turn to build siege equipment unless we sent a spy in to unlock the gates, which isn't guaranteed.
Where to, sire?
60% chance, knowing our luck he'd die, and we'd have no spy, which would really cripple our war effort. But it's important that we get in quickly to prevent them from reinforcing. Do we wait for these archers or do we go now? The king is like, oh, do we go, do we not go? Do we go, do we not go? The king is eager. If we do this, this is going to shape the entire campaign. This is going to absolutely shape it. This is going to determine whether we fail. But as I've said, we can't really afford to wait too much longer. 3 turns for our stables. Another turn or 2 for another couple of archers. Whoop-de-doo. All the while, our opponents are getting stronger. They've got more land than us. We can't keep pace with their development, and therefore it makes no sense to wait.
Yes. March.
Lisbon is a little bit naked, so if he goes off, we've got no protection here. This is like, oh god, do I want to do this? Not really. But almost from a roleplay perspective, the king, whose authority is suddenly just shot right up. An inspiring leader. No one questions him anymore, perhaps. Oh, we can actually recruit mercenaries. Oh my god, why don't they come up on here? Undulation infantry and macemen. Have we been able to recruit mercenaries this whole time? Oh, don't tell me that, please. Don't tell me that. Well, that could just well swing it in our favour. A couple of mercenaries? I mean, we're lacking arrow fire, but I mean, ultimately, if we're sieging, not so important, really. Right, the king. The king is eager. He's sat on his laurels for long enough. And they sent an imam against us. Those dogs. Those damn dogs. It's time to do this. How did I get the merchant? How did I figure that out now? How do we do it? It's gone awry.
Orders?
Ah, right. There we go. So 2 mercenaries units, additional. The army is going to meet him.
Orders. Orders?
Come on, you dogs! Move your backsides!
Lord. Yes, Lord. Command me. Orders.
Why the hell can't they move?
Your will.
Something is amiss here.
Orders? Your Majesty.
For some reason, maybe because we've hired, I don't know. We can't. The troops can't move. They're like stuck. Oh, come on. Fine. 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 Right. Okay. Let's not panic here. Things seem to be going a bit haywire. I don't know why. Right. Okay. So
Yes?
Street's ready to ask the Aragonese and the Leonese to help us in the war against the Moors that the king is about to start.
Yes, my lord.
He's diplomacying over there. Such appropriate music for what is about to happen. King Henriques has seen enough. He's been holed up in this fort for a number of years. He's not getting any younger. Oh, he's walking out of our land. Perhaps he senses something. He spoke to his god and... Oh. I think they've started the war against us first. Oh dear. I think they must have sensed something. They must have intercepted. Oh dear. What on earth is going on? This is not good news. The Doge of Genoa is dead. The Council of Nobles want us to send an emissary to the Holy Roman Empire. We have bigger things to worry about right now. The Kingdom of Leon are at war with the Moorish. Well, all we need now is Aragon to join the fray, and we are at full-scale war.
Your Majesty, I shall...
Greetings, friends. What is it you wish?
Attack the Moors. What do you demand in return?
I am afraid I must deny. Another suggestion from your leader for us?
Attack the Moors, and we shall make payment of 1,000 florins. Come on. Come on.
Almost, but not quite acceptable.
Okay, perhaps they will be dragged into this war naturally. We will wait for now.
This concludes our meeting, yes?
Oh boy.
Noble, you have a proposition for our people? I see no Farewell, noble one.
Very good. Trade rights. Let's see if we can grease palms with the Pope here. Let's see.
Very good.
You never know, do you? You never know.
Journey ends.
Through the holy word of the Prophet, blessed be his name, have the people of Islam been taught to embrace peace and mercy. There are some sins that the infidels commit, however, that cannot be forgiven, and warrant no mercy. Islam can no longer stand idly by and allow further desecration to all that is sacred. Now is the time to wage holy war, jihad, upon the blasphemous infidels, with such fervor that they shall not blaspheme in such a manner ever again.
Oh, it's all kicking off. It's all kicking off, folks. Well, it looks like we've been beaten to the punch. I'm going to end the session pretty much here, because things have taken a slight turn. We have been blockaded by the Moors. They have decided that they want to have war, not just with us, but also with Leon. Maybe Leon struck the first blow against the Moors, and the Moors are taking it out on us. Who knows? But we are now at war. Hand in hand with our brothers in arms, Leon. We were going to strike the first blow ourselves this very turn. So talk about good timing. Right, what do we need to do here?
Command me. Onward.
Okay, so we can't recruit any more units from there. At Porto, we can't recruit any more units from there. They're building them, they're building that. So the building work is done, the recruitment work is done. Here is the King's forces for now. And what do we do? I open it to your suggestions. Let me know about the capital city situation, but we have bigger things to worry about, because right now we are at war. The king has his force. The king has his force. He's 45, his authority is resounding, and he has decided now is the time. Well, it was taken away from him, the choice, but he decided it anyway. Now was the time to strike out against these Moors. They're getting too damn big for their boots, sending imams into our land. What on earth were they thinking? So this is the situation. You have Silves down here, which is a town. This is the garrison for Silves. You have Seville here, a castle. 5 units in there, of which we don't know what they are. We have our spy here, Lopo Pires. Got some slight dregs of forces. Here's Cordoba, their capital, and of course further afield they have here and here. What should King Henrique do? What time? What time? What should King Henrique do? Should we strike here first? Should we strike here first? Choices, choices. Military geniuses amongst you. What do you suggest? Because next time we will be striking at something with all of our might. So join me next time to see how the king steps up to the plate in the war against the Moors, and just what will Leon do? Will they be useful or a hindrance? Oh, it remains to be seen. Until next time, see you soon.